Oh, we out here in Miami.
You figure cold ass fucking feet on my
Dude, they're
feet.
cold, right?
Yeah, ice. As cold as ice. I don't know any other songs. Is that Queen?
I don't even know what song you're singing. All I know is
It says
ice,
that in it.
ice, baby.
Not that one. Not that one at all.
Is that Vanilla Ice?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when he used to do like the flips in the houses. He used to flip houses and like build stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like break dancing and like backflips or something. No.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2. And we're back here.
And we're back.
Cozy motherfucking. Oh, I don't know if we should cut something.
My freaking show.
Motherfucking show.
Mm-hmm.
Got the host, co-host, Jaime Ornelas, co-host,
Chris Mariscal.
and you know what's going on this fine Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday.
Early. It's only 5:30.
Yeah.
2 hours earlier than we usually pod.
I'm still pretty tired. I haven't been sleeping well lately.
Oh, why?
It's my crippling debt just keeping me up at night.
Is it the crippling stocks coming up?
The crippling crypto.
So what? Talk to me about
Critically
it.
rising. Oh, I sold my Ethereum. So I bought Ethereum at...
Why?
Bro, I bought Ethereum like 2 or 3 years ago
Let's take a
at...
look at these things.
I think like 4,000... It was low 4,000s. Like $4,050 or 4,100, something like that. I don't know if it's ever been that high. But it was right above 4,000. The worst decision I've ever made. And it just plummeted after that. Like so hard. And for like 2 or 3 years, I've just been down on it. And all of a sudden, all the cryptos are shooting right up to the sky right now.
Yeah.
And as soon as I broke even, I said, baby, I'm selling.
Yeah.
I wanted to wait because I'm like, I know it's going to probably go up to like 4,500 or like, you know, not financial advice, or like 5, you know,
so
like,
you know.
I'm sure it's going to keep going, right?
Yeah. Well, eventually, somewhere, one day.
Exactly. But it's just so painful when you've been down that long to see in the negative, the
You
pink,
see the light.
you know,
Well, you're just like,
for
give it to
so
me now.
fucking long. So I sold it. And now I have $1,200 sitting in my
Ooh, wait for someone to drop.
Robinhood account, you know?
Yeah, because right now it's at almost.
You're holding
4.
strong?
So yeah, I'm gonna keep Ethereum and Bitcoin for a while because I'm up
How much are you up on Bitcoin?
$500.
Nice.
It's,
Feels good, doesn't it?
76% return investment. So
That's nice.
because I bought it at like $40,000 price,
Yeah.
and it's at like 70,000, which is all time high. By
Take
the
a
way.
look at mine here.
But you know which one I really want to sell, and I want to do what you did with Ethereum is Doge.
Oh.
Because I bought it at 18 cents, and I don't even think it's hit 18 cents yet.
What's it at right now?
16.
Oh, shit.
And I'm
Close.
like, I'd only lose $50.
Nice. Oh, you want to sell it anyways?
Well, I want to sell when it hits 18, honestly.
One of the best things I did, to be honest, was just cutting all my dead weight.
Yeah, right.
You know, I sold a bunch of stuff I was down on, and now look at me.
What about Bitcoin? You
I'm
have
only
nothing?
down $898 all time.
It's not bad.
Come
honestly.
on, you know?
Damn, you're coming back up.
Dude, I'm
fast.
close.
Holy hell.
I'm close. I know in the
Wait,
last
let me
like
see
few
it. Let me
months,
see how much money you have
I've
in there.
really...
You have a lot of money there.
Okay, yeah, look when I first started investing. Look what...
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a
Wait,
lot,
go,
right?
Go to your all-time low.
It's like, dude, it's like a whole nother savings account.
Go to your all-time low real quick.
Oh, God.
Wow, that's
half.
good.
I basically lost half or more than half of everything.
That is great.
But I'm up, baby. Almost. I'm almost up all time. Almost there.
I know. What I'm thinking, I want to sell my Doge, and then either just wait till it drops fat, put it back up,
Yeah.
put it back in at just such a better price,
Yeah.
or like buy any of the other cryptos or Apple or something, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, look at right now. I mean,
Oh, my God.
well, it's not like that. Okay. Well, okay.
All time's a little rough.
In the year to date, or should we? Yeah. Last.
Oh, my
look
God.
Look at that skyrocket
man.
right there.
That's because of the cryptos, huh?
Yeah.
Shit. How many stocks do you have? Is it just crypto and
Just
then like...
three cryptos.
That's it?
That's it.
You don't even have any
That's why it's all
stocks?
banging right now.
Nice,
A
man.
lot about the crypto.
I read something today saying that like
all time though.
there's
Barely climbing back up right here, like it's a good little mountain.
I read something today saying that there's like new millionaires every single day because of Bitcoin. Let me read that. Hold on, let me look to find it.
It's at
I think
an
I saved
all-time
it.
high. Chris, think about it. It was at like 22,000. That means if you put like $1,000 into it, you would have had 3,000.
Yeah, I don't think I saved it, but yeah, I was saying like I think like every day or every week there's like 15 new millionaires or something. Or I think it might have been more.
What would be nice too is just to sell everything I have and then just put it on Doge.
Do you ever think about how much money is in the world? Like I can't even fathom how much money there is.
Yeah.
And I think since we have so little of it, I always think that there's not that much money like in rotation.
Yeah.
But then think about like, bro, every person you see on the street is probably like making as much or more than we are.
Definitely more.
You know, exactly. We're at the
No.
low end, you know? It's like,
Think
that's
about,
fucking nuts.
Think about in Dubai.
yeah.
Those Dubaians.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
what the Abu Dhabians.
The Abu Dhabians? Is that what they called?
That's what you called it one time.
Why do we call that? I don't know.
We were watching a UFC fight.
Oh, I was gonna say something. It's crazy because did we talk about this on the pod about like how people think like I saw this on TikTok. Not an original thought, God forbid.
Yeah.
But it was like how it was a stitch. So the original video was like, oh, I can't wait to show these to my kids because like our parents never had these many like memories. And I was like snap videos and just pictures of them. You know?
Yeah.
And then the stitch was like, well, actually, you know, like there's like this misconception that you're gonna have like a bunch of stuff like videos and pictures and everything to show your family because it's like and your like your future family because of like social media and all that stuff. But they're like, but the internet and the media is like almost, it's almost scary because if that's like all wiped out, then there's like
then you lose much of
nothing.
your shit.
Yeah, there's like nothing for anyone, you know?
Because your photo album is so limited, you know? It's like there's a limit on the storage.
But then even then, if it just crashes, he's basically saying it's like, you know, like and he's like,
even that.
Yeah,
I guess.
And he's like, a good example is like, if you look at previous social medias, like try to get stuff from that.
Vine.
Yeah, like anything from Vine, like MySpace. Like,
I wish I could get my Vines back
other
so
stuff.
bad.
I know, dude. You talk about it every
God
fucking
damn it.
week.
I had so many good ones. You would have loved them, dude. God, the ones I used to make. Because nobody was on there, so I had no filter, and I would just fucking, you know.
But that's exactly what he's saying is like, there's just, you guys think they're forever. Like,
Do you have the thing on Snap? Isn't there a thing where it saves every single snap you ever take?
I out of habit
That's
save
insane.
everything.
Really?
So like even if I take a picture of like my food, I'll save it for some reason.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
but I don't
awful.
use it that much. But now, I mean,
I don't even have Snapchat on my phone anymore.
because like look, like
I haven't for some time now.
it's like just a picture. I was looking at my my balding area.
Your hairline? You're not
Yeah,
even
it's like
balding.
Took this video. Oh, did you see that?
That looks banging. No, I don't have Snap.
Really?
I just told you I don't have it on my phone.
Jesus, good stuff.
Like I don't even have the app. That's sick.
Like I just got Apex.
God, you fucking loser.
Jesus.
It's rough, dude. I can't buy an Xbox. They were trying to convince me to buy an Xbox.
Bro, Angel found one for less than $100. And
I just won't do it. I won't do it.
It's probably
I'm gonna be stuck on it, dude.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna be detrimental. You know,
bad.
my productivity is gonna go in the fucking. I'm already balancing so many things. You know,
Mm-hmm.
trying to find a new job, girlfriend, podcast, friendship, jujitsu.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just too much.
Are you gonna talk about your maybe possibly job exposure?
No,
Okay.
not on the pod. But I really want to talk about my job that like I've been doing, but I'm trying to wait until I leave to like.
Then you could tell
Really
everyone's
just-
private information, confidential.
Absolutely,
information.
yeah. Just all the confidentiality gone.
I would hate to have to sign like a what is it NDA?
Yeah.
Because then it would make me want to say something even more.
Even more, right?
Right.
That's nuts because people like do sign them and they don't say anything. Well, at least like as far as we know, you know.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like you get sued, right? If you do. How is it checking out? Is there anything?
Yes.
Really?
Look at
Come on.
look at the other side. Give me the other side. Barely.
I think it's because this is my mic hand.
Jesus.
Why'd you make that noise before?
What did I do?
Oh.
No, I did
Yes,
not
you
moan.
moaned.
I just
Run it back.
Run it back.
You fucking
Run it-
moaned
we'll run it back.
before.
Run it back in slow-mo.
This is my mic hand.
I was looking at your earlier.
okay.
I was looking at your face.
Yeah, what's going on?
It's like a weird patch right here of hair, like but dark.
Hair?
Yeah. Look to the
Yeah,
right.
it's very patchy.
Like if you look at this straight on, it makes that look like really dark. It's kind of gross.
This side too, or no?
No.
Really?
I mean, it has a
Yeah.
little bit.
It's really uneven. Lindsay always fucking wants me to grow out my facial hair,
What?
and I just don't.
Grow what?
It's Fuck
What does she
you.
want you to grow out?
Fuck you. My fucking
Okay,
goatee.
there you go.
you know?
That's gone better over the years.
a little thicker, right?
Exponentially.
But I hate it.
Dark.
I hate my facial hair. Like, I don't shave it down to the nub like I used to. I always leave like a little bit of stubble. But I just like, and she wants me to do all of it, like even the cheeks too. And I'm like, this is gross. Like it's so patchy and just not even
How often
anything.
when
you
I'm
know?
looking at you, do you see me looking at not your eyes and your face? Do I do that all the
I
time?
feel like all the time because you have, dude, Jaime just Anybody he looks at, he evaluates every little fucking part of their face.
I forgot who I was.
Your eyes are always
I
moving.
think I was mentioning
always.
that like a couple. I'm thinking of that a couple weeks ago. So I was even looking at like
That's
this
crazy.
guy.
It's
and I was just like-
disrespectful. Downright. You know,
well,
like if I was your boss and you looked at me like that,
I was like,
Jesus fuck.
just the subtleties. I was looking at
Subtleties?
this like, what did I say?
Subtleties.
I was looking at this guy, and then I was like just observing him, of course, because I mean,
Yep.
just a person in front of me.
Yep.
And I was thinking,
Because you're sexually attracted to him.
I was like, I'm really just like analyzing the shit out of him. Like while I'm talking to him, I'm just like every little feature, you know.
Do you look at guys' asses when they walk past you?
Real quick, we're gonna talk about the only one and only sponsor of the day. You could change that.
Yeah.
Though.
Yeah.
Change that, you will. Mosaic Apparel is a clothing brand started by our great friend who could jump a full parking lot no matter what. Thiago Ricci. Mosaic, the message kind of behind it is just like Mosaic, all these little pieces coming together to make something beautiful. People are individuals, and community together makes something wondrous. Is that a word?
Yep.
Okay. They sell shirts, hats, t-shirts, sweats, hats, everything in between, all in that. And use code 10. Rewind that. Use code COZY, all caps, for 10% off, an additional 10% off when you sign up for that newsletter and purchase something for the first time. So it's 20% off. So you
Free
get a shirt
shipping
for
on
like
209 as well.
yeah, free on the whole flow. But, no, just kidding. You can get like a shirt for like $18 delivered to your house for free and meet the man himself, give him a handshake, maybe talk about jiu-jitsu because he's a black belt, by the way.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, go check him out. Link is down below and right here. Well, not right here, but down below. Peace.
Peace.
No.
Be honest.
I swear.
You don't?
Mm.
I always look at dudes' asses.
No.
Even like, especially when I'm watching, like, me and Lindsay be watching reality TV. I'll just be like, look at his ass. Like, some people just have funny looking asses. Like, if it's a dude with just a donk, I'm like, dude, it's so funny. Like,
Oh, you think it's funny?
why do you have an ass like that? You know?
There's this guy. This is unrelated, but kind of related. There's this guy. He's like a truck driver at work.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, this guy's freaking hecka handsome. But he's like,
At your work? Oh.
he's like just like he just delivers stuff like once every 2 months.
Okay. Like a vendor?
But he's like 45 or 50.
Mm-hmm.
But it amazes me when like people like that age still look really well, like especially men. And I'm like, Jesus, like, you know. And
There's
he's
hope, you know?
he's like
Not
nice
for you,
teeth.
but...
Yeah, not me. But you know, for not.
But
you
you're gonna
either.
look exactly. No, your dad's a stud. You're gonna look
I think my
exactly
dad
like your
looked
dad.
Aged well.
Yeah,
'Cause he's
so did
like-
your mom.
Yeah,
You have a
both.
beautiful family.
Really well.
Good genes.
And my dad's in the fucking sun, no sunblock, for
Yeah.
30 years of his
With
life.
neon orange shirts on every day, long
Exactly.
sleeve.
But I think I could age well. I think my body might age rough.
Since you're sockless, can I pop your toes on the pod? Just
Okay.
expose them like nothing.
Jesus. All right. Ooh. Oh!
Come
Get it from deep. Okay, it's a bender. Just bend it. No, never mind. It's not a bender.
Can I bend this one?
Try to pull it.
Pull it.
Yeah.
Ew, why am I touching these?
Oh no,
grossed out.
bend it, but not too hard.
I'm kind of grossed out that I touched these.
Do they smell?
They smell pretty clean.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's surprising. Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Bend the. Oh, okay, now bend the middle one. Okay. No.
Oh, I would have been so pissed.
Dang, dude, that first foot was great.
That was pretty good. Have I ever told you the story about when I knocked myself unconscious as a teenage boy?
Yes.
I have?
And your mom found you? Or your sister?
No.
Okay, never mind.
What the hell?
I thought you got your mom found you like unconscious or something, or you fainted.
Oh, I fainted in front of my mom that
Never
one
mind,
time.
Never mind. Okay, yeah. So no.
Yeah, that was fainting though because I got up too fast.
Well, see,
Dude, that used to happen to me all the time in high school, and I think it's because I was a runner. It has
and
to
all
be.
you
Because,
were,
dude, I
all
would
you ate
run
was
like
carrots and peanuts.
no. I think it's yeah, but I think it's just like I was running so many fucking miles in the heat every day, like just losing fucking so much of my
You faint.
body. Yeah, I would get up, and every time I would get up from laying for more than like 5 minutes, I would get super fucking lightheaded.
Wow.
And a few times I'd wake up on the fucking floor. And that happened in front of my mom, and then it happened by myself one time too. What are you marking?
I was gonna put the Better Call Saul video.
What do you mean? Oh. Charles or whatever. Chuck. No, so I think I was like 12 or 13 years old. This is 8th grade, which is a monumental time for me because a lot was going on. If you recall, that's when I pelted a girl with a rock in the face.
Yep.
Accidentally, but she got a black eye the next day.
Not accidentally threw the rock. He threw the rock at a person.
I threw the rock intentionally at a different girl.
Yeah. He pelted the wrong person.
And I hit the wrong innocent, nicest person ever, and she got a literal black eye. It was
By the way,
fucked.
We made a reel about it, and she commented.
Yeah.
And then Chris was like, "I'll give you some Cozy Show merch to make up for it."
I
And she said, "She's
dude.
like, I'm good, but like, thank you though," or something.
Did she?
Yeah, I think she was like, "Oh, thank you. That's okay." You know, like I don't think it was out of like.
I don't
bad,
think it was
but I
out
think
of like I don't want it.
Yeah,
It's
it was
probably
more
just
like no,
don't
like you
worry
don't need
about it.
to, you know. But just
That's
fucking
fucked.
hilarious because I was like, that's embarrassing.
That's so fucked. Yeah. Anyways, I remember I was playing football on the street. Well, not even playing football. We were just throwing the pigskin back and forth. It was me and 2 of my friends just throwing it, and one of them like punted it, kicked it, went super high in the air. And I don't know why, but I remember I like sprinted full speed. Like, I don't know what, it was like so far away from me. Like, it went super high in the air, but it was way off to my left, like far. But I remember just thinking like the athlete in me just like, it came alive. It was ignited, you know? And I sprinted full speed, like hard. And I was looking up at the sky as I was running on the street. And there was a parked Honda Civic, probably 2003, on the side of the road. And I'm running full speed looking up. And I ran into the Honda Civic on like the back part of it. It was the back of it, like where the trunk is, you know, but like the side of it.
Okay.
So I didn't run into like the license plate area. I ran into like just behind the wheel.
Like the headlights,
No, the trunk. So the back of it.
the backlights of it.
Yeah, basically. And I just remember, like, I remember my knees hitting it. And then I just remember waking up.
No.
Yeah, I was out cold.
Wait,
like,
but
that's the only time.
Wouldn't you bend over, you think?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's what happened is everybody told me after. I was sprinting. And yeah, like the height of the trunk area was probably like waist high maybe. And yeah, my knees hit it and immediately my whole body just slammed on the fucking hood of it. Dude. But like full force. Like I'm sprinting and I'm fast, you know? I was sprinting. My legs hit. Boom. And like I felt like this. They said like my arms were outstretched.
No.
It was just like this, like wham. Like, just forward, just complete
and
stop.
Then you fell back.
And my head like slammed into the fucking car, my face. And I just remember waking up and both my friends were on the ground laughing. Like silently, airlessly laughing, just like that. Like that. Holding their stomachs. And I just remember I woke up and I was like, oh my God. And then I just like crawled to the grass. And I'm sure I had a fucking concussion.
Yeah.
They said I was out for like 15 seconds. And they said when I was out.
Laughing.
I know. They said when I was out that I was just moaning. I was just like, which I don't remember. But it's crazy because I remember everything up to the point. I remember like the feeling of my knees hitting it because it hurt. And the noise. I remember the noise of like boom, boom. And then I just remember waking up. And my nose was like swollen as shit.
What about the car?
I went face like straight up, face flat into the fucking.
The car has the
no, I
indent of your
don't think
face?
I dented it, which is I remember they're concerned about that too because it was like his family, like a visiting like friend, like it wasn't
Well, at least
even.
you guys knew the people.
Yeah, but yeah, it happened to be the car in front of his house, but it was fucked. I remember being really scared. I don't know how I didn't chip my teeth. You know, that's a biggie.
You didn't tell your mom?
I did tell my mom, and she was like so fucking concerned. And I was like, "Can I go to sleep tonight?" She was like, "Yeah."
Wait, what?
Because you know how you're not supposed to sleep with a concussion.
Oh, yeah.
They say.
Yeah.
But she was like, "You're fine." I was like, "All right."
She
And
wasn't too worried.
I remember I got one from jiu-jitsu like a year ago when I got my black eye. And I remember I was scared to sleep, and I looked it up, and it said the only reason like you shouldn't sleep with the concussion is that if you have a seizure, like nobody's around to know that you're seizing, because apparently seizures are more frequent after a concussion.
Like,
More likely.
Do you just if you're a concussion, you just wait, right?
You just wait. I think I got one when I for sure got one when I dove into the fucking ocean this summer
Oh,
with you and I did.
you
Because
had
for the
it
whole
first.
week I felt so disgusting. Like I just felt really groggy and like out of it. And that's one of the symptoms. It says it can last up to like 3 weeks, the symptoms.
It amazes me the football players who are just getting concussed
Yeah.
day in, day
It's
out.
fucked.
You know?
Yeah.
Minor concussions, I'm sure, too, and major.
I ever told you about when I chipped my tooth?
No.
Do you know I have a chipped tooth?
Can I see it without the fucking mic?
It's my right front tooth on the corner, like the outer corner.
The outer corner?
Yeah.
Can you point at it?
You look close. Yeah. You don't see it?
I mean, the other one has like the same.
Yeah, this one's jagged.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's barely right there, the little baby one, yeah.
Yeah, I chipped that. Oh, and the one next to it's chipped too, but you can't tell because it just looks like the natural shape. But I was doing a backflip into my pool. I was like 13.
Uh-huh.
And, I was trying to learn backflips because I used to be able to do them, and then I kind of lost it. And then I was trying to relearn it. And I remember learning, like, you need to tuck your knees to accelerate the spin. And I remember I tried to tuck them a little too hard. And I kneed myself in the chin. And I just remember my teeth, like, hit super hard together.
Yeah.
And I could feel, like, the chipped part in my mouth. I was like, oh, my God. And, like,
You
it was
out?
tiny, but, like, it was, like, little crumbs of teeth. And I was
Yeah.
like, fuck.
And you just knew.
I just knew. I never got it fixed.
You tell your mom?
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd she say?
I don't know. I'm sure she shamed me.
We talked
So I'm
about...
starting to realize in therapy a lot. It's like I tend toward like perfectionism in my life. And it's a huge problem. Like I want everything to be perfect. I never want to make a mistake. And when I do or when something goes wrong, I get really anxious and like upset. Like I don't handle stuff like that well, like failure or like mistakes or just anything like that, you know? Even like injuries, like when I get hurt, even minor things like my tooth or like something else, I would get like I would just spiral. Like I would get injured and then I would just get super like mad and like sad and depressed and just think I'm like an idiot and a piece of shit, you know?
Jesus.
It's bad, yeah.
Yeah.
And then my therapist, like I'll tell her these things and she's like, did you know it's okay to be human?
Aw.
Did you know that? Like you can make mistakes, like people fuck up, people spend all their money, people do this, people do that. Like it happens. It's okay to like make mistakes, you know? It's part of being human and stuff. And I'm like, wow. And sorry, Mom, if you're listening. But
Shame.
I'm kind of tracking it back to that. Like, I think it's part of it. Because I feel like whenever, like, I would, like, break something in the house on accident or, like, I'd forget, like, my cleats at baseball practice or something, it was, like, a really big deal. And it was, like, shame. Like scolding, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like it shaped me into someone who's, like, I can't fucking make a
You
mistake
scold
or
yourself.
else my nurturer is going to be upset at me, you know? And now I do that to others and myself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't do it too bad, right? To others?
I think I'm not as bad to others, but I think in my head, I'm like very critical of people. And I
yeah.
hold people to like really high standards that I often don't even hold myself to. I think I hold myself to really high standards too, but
Yeah,
like,
but some instances.
yeah. Go watch Pursuit of Coziness. It's a lot of talk about this kind of stuff.
Oh. We need to do
A plug there.
episode
Fuck,
3.
I know it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, maybe we should save that for more of this for episode 3.
Yeah, for sure. But
Interesting.
yeah, that happened. And then also when I was trying to learn how to backflip, around the same time, I think it was when I was starting to lose the backflipping ability. I remember I backflipped and I hit my head on the fucking edge of the pool when I was going in. Barely though. Like I skimmed it, but it still hurt a little bit. I was like, ah.
Didn't you hate when your feet, like you were in the pool for so long and you touched the bottom of the pool? And since like the bottom of the pool is a little rough, like, or it's like smooth,
But it's like
weird
a
texture.
little sandy kind of like.
And then when your feet were all like wrinkly, you would touch it.
The
almost feels-
texture or like pain?
It just felt like your skin was almost gonna rip because
I
you've
know
been
what you
there for so
mean.
long.
But I never felt like that.
How do you know what I mean?
Well, because sometimes I would swim underwater in my pool, and sometimes I would scrape my nipple on the bottom of the pool. Dude, it's the worst feeling ever. Because it's rough, right?
Yeah.
And the nipple's a pretty sensitive, soft skin. especially mine. And I remember like for like a week, it was just like so sensitive and like gross, like feeling whenever my shirt would like rub on it.
That's like another one of those sensory things I hate. Where it's like I remember as a
Yeah.
kid, like being in the pool. If I was in the pool for so long and my feet felt like that, I would like
Yeah.
want to get out.
Yeah.
Like I can't do this anymore. You know. God, we got to go to a water park. I would love to go to a water park. Have you ever been?
Speaking of, no, and you always say that. It
It'd
just
be-
seems gross to me. I'll be honest with you. It seems like one of the things I'm just not interested as an adult.
Yeah, we'll try it.
I think if we all went, I would
think
try
with
it.
the boys and whatever.
I just feel like everybody's peeing and it's like the same water.
We're peeing.
I'm definitely gonna pee in it if I go.
Exactly.
I pee in every pool I've ever been in.
I know Chris is actually a big pee
Always.
pool.
Always pee in the
pool
pools.
boy.
Pee in the poo poo.
Pee pool.
Pee
My
pee
pants
in
in
the
the
pee-pee.
pool. I go pee in the pool.
I remember my Spanish teacher to help us remember to say la piscina for pool. She was like, think of it like you don't piss in a pool. La piscina.
Oh,
You
nice.
don't piss in a pool. That was pretty good.
Okay, anyways.
Speaking of like sensory meltdowns feelings, because you just brought that up, how did one of my things is I hate the feeling of my cuticles being pushed back. Like usually it's by mistake, right? Like I'm, doing something like really manly with my hands,
Oh,
like fixing something for like a, my girlfriend, or like
building a house.
building a house, making a bunch of money on it.
Fixing the boat.
And I hate when like something slips and it like pushes my cuticle or like splits it kind of like, ugh. Like,
You know
it
what
doesn't even
recent-
hurt, but it's like the
Feels weird.
knowing that that's like broken is awful.
Feels recently I called
And
it a
you gotta-
cubicle.
A cuticle, a what?
A cubicle?
But I saw you got a pedicure
Yeah.
recently.
How'd
So I
you-
wanted to ask how that
Did I
was.
send you that picture?
I think you did.
Oh, in that group chat, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Let's take a look without shining the camera.
The dogs. Let me see.
Kind of pretty.
Honestly, bro, they look the same as they've ever looked.
Huh?
It just looks like you give them a nice cut.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
That's all they do?
No. So the process
Yeah,
is
what do they do?
I got a basic pedicure,
Okay.
which is they like dig out the sides because it's like a little
The
gunky.
sides of the toes?
Well, yeah, and then they cut it.
Does that
you know?
hurt?
No, like it cleans it a little bit.
Like the corner pieces.
Yeah, like just
where
the
there's a lot of
corners.
fungi.
Sure.
Okay.
And then they cut it with like some like crazy ass fucking like clippers. Like they're not like the normal clippers. They're like
Yeah.
the side clippers. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
No.
pointy almost. They're almost like wire cutters. Think of that.
Oh,
like
wow.
Those, like so they're like,
Okay.
they're
yeah,
professional
yeah.
with it,
Got it.
you
Got
know?
it.
and then they put like gel on it before too, which is nice. And then they kind of get in between your fingers and
Gel?
stuff.
Why gel?
And then, but it feels good.
In between the toes? Like,
Yep.
do they massage it?
Can I get to it?
Well, you're just throwing out random bits of knowledge with no context.
I said they put gel on it.
You
and
said
then
they get in between your fingers.
the toes. Okay, you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Okay.
And
But is the gel like lotion? Like what's the gel for?
I'm gonna beat your ass.
What is it for?
Give me a second. I'm telling you.
Okay.
I don't know what it's for. I'm just kidding. Well, I'm assuming it's just to make things like more like.
You're not kidding. Then we fucking scolded me and you don't even fucking know. Bitch.
Well, I didn't ask, but I'm assuming it's
Such a cunt.
it's like it's because it's not just the nails. It's
Mm.
like the experience. So they're putting it all over my legs too, like up to
Really?
here,
Gel.
and they're like massaging it.
It's called gel?
I didn't read the label.
I'm just thinking of something sticky.
No, like lotion gel.
like
Like
lubricant.
it's clear. Yeah, lube.
Okay.
Basically, lube. Let's
They're
do
lubing
that.
you up.
Yeah, they're lubing me up.
Okay.
And then they get hot rocks.
No. For the
Yes.
feet?
And then they're like going up and down it with this, and it feels so good. And then they get it like on the side of the feet, and then they just hold it on the bottom while
Yeah.
you're doing other stuff. And then they're kind of like massaging you, and then they clip it all right, and then they kind of like massage your feetsies, and then they like scrub it.
Did you have a woman
like,
or a
with
man?
A woman.
Nice.
And then they like scrub it, which is a little ticklish, when they like do the little scrub
Like a little
with like SpongeBob.
sandpaper kind of?
Yeah.
SpongeBob?
Literally, basically.
Yeah.
And then they no, that's it.
That's it, huh?
Felt good though.
How much?
$25.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cheap as hell.
Yeah.
That would be like 50.
Well,
I'll do that.
you tip.
Do they push the cuticles back?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I don't like that.
They got that little wood thing, right?
I didn't even look. I wasn't looking at her that much.
Was it ticklish? Like, did you want to like?
Only a couple times,
Squirm
like
at
on
all?
like the corners of my feet, like the four corners of my feet. Like whenever they got there, it was
The
like,
heels, like sides of the heels.
Yeah, it
sides
was
of the-
weird,
Oh,
but it
wow.
felt so good.
I feel like I would lose
my
my
feet looked
shit,
hecka
like
pretty.
ticklish, wanting to fucking scream.
I used to be like that because I've gone when I was younger.
Really?
With my sister,
I've never been.
like a couple times.
Lindsay
like-
wants to go.
Tell me that doesn't look kind of cute. Like they just look like
We got a picture of him as dog right now.
normal. Like they're not
That
gross.
pinky toe's a little. I don't know what's going on there.
It's half
Hiding behind the other one.
This one looks a little
Jesus, why are they like that?
What do you mean, right? Like what?
Like I can't even see your pinky toe. It looks like a nub.
It's hiding.
Oh my god.
But don't like they don't like fresh off like nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna color them, but I didn't know what color.
Oh, you should have colored
I
them,
didn't know
man.
what color. And
Like a dark
I've
blue.
always gotten weird about painting my nails ever since like mushrooms with.
That's
and
crazy
mammoth.
that your brain associates the two things, like your bad mushroom trip, and you had painted nails at the time. So now
Yeah.
you can't do
remember
it?
the next day. I scrubbed them off. Like I took them off in the
They're
shower.
painted
I
black?
was like, yeah. I
Damn.
didn't like it. So maybe a different color would be nice.
I think you could get over it now.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's
especially with the power
it's
therapy.
just like phobia. Like you just have to expose yourself.
Systematically desensitized.
Yes.
Nice.
But it was interesting because like, even though like I'm paying them to do this, like I still felt kind of bad.
right, like you're working on my feet.
Yeah, it's like shoe shiners.
What are the chances that at least like one of those people in that building has a foot fetish, and they just love it?
None.
Do you think people ever go into that business because they like feet so much?
They hide it
I kind of doubt it.
like pedophiles in preschools. Jesus, that was rough.
Well, I mean,
that
it's
was deep, but you
True,
know,
nonetheless. you
yeah,
know?
like
They
you know.
target the occupation where they can.
Well, is that like morally
they
wrong
want.
with the feet? Like, if you have a feet fetish and you're working on people's feet, is that wrong? It's like it's not my fault. I'm enjoying it, right? As long as they don't cross the line of like.
Well, Lindsay went like recently, and there was like a guy that did her pedicure, and I guess he just kept telling her like how beautiful she was the whole time, and then they like massaged her feet, right? And he was just like really like getting kind of sensual with it, and I guess like massaging like her legs, like just like a little more than usual, she was saying. And so, I mean,
Great.
I don't know if he has a foot fetish, but he definitely has a woman fetish. You know,
He's definitely
Really
straight.
you know, fetishizing his workplace.
Would you do any? Okay, if you had to choose between being a pedicurist or a massagist, a masseuse, what would you do?
That's a good fucking question.
You know what I'm saying?
I always think it'd be hell to be a masseuse because my fucking hands get so tired every time I'm giving
I
a
feel
massage.
like you get like arthritis, right?
Have to, right? But then you're a masseuse, so it's like you kind of know how to like work it out, right?
So someone massages you after.
Do you think masseuses massage each other?
I remember there was this one person I was with at one point
Okay.
in the past, a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
She like massaged my like hands,
Yeah.
and feet. Like that's never something I've never experienced. It felt nice.
I've gotten 2 massages before, and it was fucking magnificent. It was so good. We would get deep tissue, whole body, and it was fucking amazing. Amazing,
Dude, I want to
dude.
get a massage.
You should
so
go. You would love
bad.
it. Like you're almost
I honestly
drooling.
think
you just don't want it to end.
I
The whole
honestly,
time
like,
you're just like, please don't end.
Because even when I get like
Whole body
some
too.
physical attention with like Taylor and stuff,
God.
like I'm gonna cry.
Really?
Like she was giving me back scratches yesterday,
Yeah.
and I was just like,
That's nice.
and I get like so into it. I'm just like, ugh.
No.
No, I'm not
You
doing
start
it,
moaning in the fucking massage room.
dude. I can't.
Dude, and they do the ears. Like, they do the whole body, right? They do your whole back.
Yeah.
They really dig into that fucking
much
back,
was it?
though. Dude, it's kind of expensive. I think the first time, it might have been like 50
For
each.
30 minutes.
An hour.
You think that's expensive? Your whole body for an
It
hour?
might have been more. It
50
might have been
bucks?
60.
It should have been like 80. Did you guys tip?
It might have been 80. You know, I tipped like $20.
Nice.
But, dude, it's so good. They really dig into the back. They do the legs. The hammies are always hard for me because they're so sensitive.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so sensitive and like ticklish, weird feeling. And then they flip you over. They'll be like, flip over. And they'll do like your ears and your face a little bit, which is so nice. And they'll do your hands and your feet.
Honestly, I'm gonna go right now.
And they'll like hit your feet sometimes. Like when you're on your stomach, they'll be like massaging the feet and they'll be like,
Oh,
yeah.
wake you
I
up, huh?
swear, they'll like do some shit and they'll hit the heel. Like, I don't know why. But I
It's
know
like
like
a-
they have
it's
like posters in there in the waiting room. And it shows like each part of your body that's like linked to like an organ. And I don't know if that's true, but that's like very like Eastern medicine-y. Where it'll be like certain parts of your feet. It's like a lot of the gastrointestinal organs. And so it'll be like big toes, like small intestine, you know, shit like that. The arch is like the large intestine, this and that.
God, I'd love to get a massage. I
Dude,
just
you
looked
should
it up
really-
and
you
there's
would
some
love
that
it.
close at like 9. I'm like,
Dude, they always close late. And I don't know if it's because they jerk off people.
stop.
And that's like, I don't know. But they always close late. Like the place I went to closed at 10 p.m.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Imagine right before you go to bed, just to get a
Dude.
massage, and then you just go drive home and you
Or like after competing or something. Like
after practice.
something, yeah, it has to be like after practice or something.
Or like after
you
a
know?
marathon.
Some dudes that I train with do it, and they'll talk about
Would
like
you
how
be
nice
down
it
to
is.
sign up for a marathon? It's regular people do it. They don't even train that hard.
But right now, I think I would sign up, but not right now.
Yeah, 'cause
Honestly, it doesn't appeal that much to me.
it does right
I would
there.
do like a half marathon.
The
Just like
only
13
reason I want
miles.
to do a marathon is just to say I did a marathon.
Seems like hell.
Because I know what 23 miles is going
My
to feel
foot's
like.
fucking broken, basically. So.
Yeah, that's true. By 10 miles, you probably bitch out. For due reason.
When I'm getting massaged, real quick, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm getting massaged, like on my inner thigh, not even super close to like my genitals, but like mid thigh area, but like on the inside where the hammies. If I'm getting massaged there, my balls like suck in to my body. I don't know why, but it's like a reflex. Like whenever that's getting like worked on,
It's because it's not your woman.
maybe.
You know, that's
like,
how loyal you are. You're loyal to the core, to the balls.
Yeah,
That's
to the
what it
balls.
is.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
we're losing our chemistry there, are we? What were you saying?
damn it. Taylor asked a good question. She said, this is basic. Well, I don't mean a basic question, but like,
She's like, "What's your body count?"
no. If you were to lose your 5 senses, which one would you choose to lose?
Oh, Jesus. I think. Wait, hold on. What are the 5 senses again? Touch,
Yeah.
sight, hearing, smell, taste.
Yeah.
I think I'm going either hearing or taste. Think about how healthy you would eat if you lost your fucking sense of taste. You know what I mean?
Well,
You'd only eat because you're hungry.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter what the fuck you eat because you can't taste it.
But I mean,
you know?
tasting is like one of the...
They say most of your taste is
Comes
due
from
to
your
your
smell,
nose.
right?
So that's why I didn't say smell.
Well, but if you lose your taste, then it doesn't really matter if you still have your smell, right? Because then you're still losing your taste.
Well, I think they say like 80% is smell of what's your taste.
But isn't taste like no matter what? Like you lose it. Like okay, if you lose your smell...
I'm really fidgety today.
If you lose your smell, you have your taste still. But if you lose your taste, you don't have your taste from your smell.
I'm going taste. I'm going taste.
I'm going touch. No,
The only thing dangerous, I think, is like a big way that you know if something's like rotten and you shouldn't eat it is from your smell. You know? Like your smell is linked to like the bacteria in your gut. So that's what protects you a lot from like, I mean, I know it's kind of obvious nowadays if something's rotten, you know, but like, it's a little sketch, you know?
Yeah.
I want to talk about the one time that we went, 2 times, I think, that we went to pyramid scheme meetings.
Potentially.
As young adults, intentionally.
Potentially.
Pyramid
schemes.
Pretty damn sure. Come on.
All right.
Okay, what do you remember from it? Because I think we were like 17, 18 years old. And I'm just going to call a spade here. Okay, someone we knew at the time and really looked up to would always fucking preach to us about this company they were like becoming a part of. Why?
I don't know. What if they sue?
Who cares?
They're
not going to fucking sue
us.
us.
Say the name. Just say something similar.
We have nothing. What are they going to sue us for?
The podcast?
What? We have to stop it?
Okay, fucking say it.
Well,
what if someone uses it and like we're calling them out?
Oh my god, who cares? They should fucking know it too.
Okay. Hey.
You really don't want to say it?
Just fucking.
Okay. So someone we really looked up to was in this company called Primerica, and they would always fucking like daily almost would be like, as soon as you guys turn 18, you need to get in my company.
Getting groomed.
You need to become a part of my company. We're all gonna be rich. We're learning about financial services was always the thing they said. Like, it's financial services. We learn how to like financially advise people and shit, which is a true, business.
Because I don't think it's like 100% bad.
I don't think it's 100% pyramid.
Because I think they
it's
still
not like we're
do
selling
like,
fucking weight loss pills.
I think they still do like life insurance and like stuff like that, like some legit stuff. I think the methods of how they expand and like the lack of base is a little sus.
Okay, so I remember we went. This is my memory of it. We've been hearing about this shit for years, right? We've.
Can I say my memory because it's gonna be significantly less than yours?
Yeah.
I just remember walking.
No, but. Sorry. It was a joke. I wasn't actually gonna say.
No, say.
No, I swear to God, I just wanted to fuck with you.
Oh, okay, cool. So I just wanted you to say that in front of the camera. That you just want to demoralize me.
Because I'm just thinking about the viewers and how frustrated they probably get sometimes at like how much I cut you off, you know?
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say my lack of
No.
memory.
Well, that's why I'm here.
Hey, my
The
yin to
yin
my
and
yang.
yang.
Anyways.
Come on.
Beer. Dude, I wish I freaking had like
a the pod. We're already,
Scott
our
with
health's
ice.
declining, you know?
Seriously.
Scotch, how nice.
Let's to the fullest, man. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, if I get rich, dude, like, I'd just be a scumbag, you know? Like an absolute just fat lard with like a robe and
my
a cigar.
belly in this gray shirt. Ready? I was sitting at work today and I was like, look at that.
Yeah, it forms it.
Gray is not a good color if you're putting on some pounds.
Lindsay took a video of us and we were shirtless. And, you know, it was all right.
Oh, yeah, recently? It didn't look too bad. I think when you're always looking down and looking in the mirror, like,
Looking down
well, you're a little bit more
and
critical.
literally.
Yeah. Looking down on yourself.
So I just remember walking into, like, I remember trying to find the building. I think it was me, you, and Angel. It was a lot of us, right?
Yeah, it was a lot of us. It was like the whole squad.
Of something. And then.
Friend group.
Yeah, friend group.
Yeah.
And like I just remember walking in, and then they had like the whiteboard with stuff.
It was an empty ass room with just a big ass whiteboard
And I think he was making sense.
and tables to sit at.
Like he was.
What do you remember though? What did they tell us the first day?
Sell to your grandma.
I don't even remember that.
No, I don't know. I think I remember them. I remember just like percentages being thrown a lot and money being thrown a lot, and like the little diagrams.
Looking back on it, they probably were giving us like valuable
That's
information.
what I'm saying.
But all I remember that first time was them just like hyping us up and like telling us like they were talking a lot about like finances. I remember they talked about like mutual funds, which basically is like it's smarter to invest in something like a ETF. I forget what that stands for, but it's basically like instead of investing in like one stock, like Apple stock, you're investing in like 500 stocks at once. Like it's one share is made up of like hella different companies. So it's like they would all those companies would have to plummet for the stock to really fucking go down. It's like very stable thing to invest in.
Yeah.
And they were talking to us about that. I remember that.
Remember, a big one was retirement. Huge.
Yeah, a lot about retirement and just basically like there was an undertone of getting rich to all of it. I remember that. Like it was a lot about like I remember the guy, he was like one of the main guys, and he's like, dude, when I started learning about this stuff, like I couldn't sleep at night. I was just like, dude, I can make money. Like I got to make money, whatever. And it got us super hyped. Like I remember we left and we were so hyped.
Were we?
So fucking hyped. I remember specifically Angel was, and I was super hyped too. But I remember I went home and my mom was like, so what was it about? And I couldn't even tell her. Like I was just like, well, talking money and like retiring and saving, and that's all I could say, you know? And I remember we were really hyped because we thought we were going to get rich. And then we went a second time. Were you there the second time too?
I don't think I did, man. I think
No?
it was one time. And I don't think my mom would let me go twice.
Really?
Not because it's Primerica, but
Yeah. We already said it.
we did.
Yes.
Oh, but because like I mean I couldn't just go out all the time, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah.
True. Do your mommies have you under their fucking dude?
Yeah.
You were
Under the ringer.
locked down. Yeah. I remember the second time we went. I do remember there was less people of our squad, but there's still probably like 4 or 5 of us. And I think we're all on the cusp of like being 18. And so they were really like battening down the hatches, you know? They were like starting to tell us the structure of everything and how it works. And dude, I will never fucking forget this moment. This is why you don't think it's a pyramid scheme, because you weren't fucking there for the second one. The second one, they started talking about like the recruiting process and all that. And they literally, I cannot make this shit up. They were drawing on the fucking whiteboard. And they drew like, okay, so here's you at the bottom, right? This is you. Okay. And you're like learning how to become a financial advisor, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And they're like, what we need you to do is just like talk to people, friends, family, whoever. And you need to convince them like how good this thing is, right? For them to hop on board too. And they're like, and they start drawing lines, and they're like, so you're going to get 3 people under you, and you're going to tell them everything we're telling you. And then they are going to get 3 people under them. Dude, it was a literal pyramid that they drew on the whiteboard. It was upside down.
Yeah.
And I think they did that on purpose just to be like, we don't want an actual right side up pyramid.
Yeah.
It was a fucking pyramid. And I remember even at that age, I was like, no way. Looking at the whiteboard, I was like, no fucking way. And I think I looked at my friends and like, I don't think it clicked for them.
Yeah.
And I told them after, I was like, they literally drew a pyramid on the whiteboard. You can't make that up. You know? It was literally a fucking pyramid. Which, to Primerica's credit, I do think, it's like, I think they sell insurance, like life insurance and shit like that. And they do like set you up to be financially stable. Yeah, it's a legit thing, but I think it's like the recruiting. It's probably like the most legitimate pyramid scheme I've ever heard of. You know?
Yeah, like it has some.
But there's definitely some I've heard of that are like so much worse.
Oh yeah.
Like I think when you're selling like a physical product, like fucking makeup or like health supplements, I feel like is a big one that I've heard of. Can you say something?
I was thinking, well, I thought the opposite. I was thinking like if you're selling something concrete, it's more better because at least you get something out of it, right?
I guess.
But then it's like, I think it's the
financial
process. Like I think it's the
freedom.
process of it where it's like, because it's like if they tell me to sell this makeup.
And I think you can be successful in it.
But it's so hard.
But it's hard. And you have to be a social fucking butterfly.
And then I just hate how they like promote it like you're going to get super rich.
Like I remember this person who got us into it, was like, you just have to start talking to everybody. Like, I'll be at Starbucks and I'll just start talking to people. And I'll be at the gym and I just start talking to people, you know? I was like, holy shit, you know?
Like, you have to live that.
You really got to live that. Yeah. But I remember, like, one of my best friends growing up, his big brother was in this company called Herbalife. And it was, like, literally, like, supplements, like powders and shit. And he was, like, doing well. Like, he moved to like LA, but he was also like a model. Like, he was like really fucking fit and he would like model and shit. And I think he trained like movie stars and shit like that. But yeah, I remember he was like balls deep in the Herbalife thing. And then my friend ended up moving to like Texas with them. And he works in the fucking scheme now, I guess. I haven't heard from him in a really long time. But
so is he doing well or no?
I don't know. He's just out clubbing all the time.
Well, it's almost like I don't want to say it, but it's, well, I don't know. Like, I guess it's not that bad to say it. Like Vivint, what is it? Vivint?
Yeah,
like
Vivint.
That could almost be like a pyramid scheme, but then it's so much better.
I don't think so. I think it's just like hardcore like sales, because they literally go like door to door, from what I understand, and just try to get people to buy like security systems and solar power. You know?
See, it's like when you have a product and a base.
But I don't. Oh, they probably do have some recruiting shit.
I bet
like I'm sure they get a bonus or something if they recruit.
But that's
people.
even like Frito-Lay. Like
if you think about it, kind of everything's like
well,
a pyramid scheme.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Now.
Like, you could look at any kind of company like that, but I think when it solely relies on recruitment, or like heavily relies
to build
on
their employees.
I think like over promising and heavily relying on recruitment, it's like two warning signs.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one, you have to recruit these people to like for you to move up.
Yeah.
And then two, like you're just kind of getting in their head that like if you just work this hard enough and whatever, in a few years you'll make a lot of money. And it's like, I don't know. I guess it's right, but it's true, but it's also unlikely, you know?
Can I talk about this interaction I had with somebody in the past?
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad, but I just really don't think this person is watching the pod. But I used to work with this person, right? This guy. And we would just get to talking and stuff, you know? We would like work in the same area often. And I remember he just got to kind of like telling me a story. And he was my age or maybe even like a little bit younger. And he lived in like another state far away, significantly far away, like almost across country. And I remember he said like, his story was just kind of crazy. I'm just going to tell it. I think he basically like went through a breakup with his girlfriend, and he kind of just like, I think he probably just had like a panic attack or like some kind of manic episode or something. Because he said he just got in the car and just started driving. And he just started driving like towards California. and he made it all the way, I think, to like Arizona, and his car broke down, and I think he only had like $1,500 to his name, or like not a large amount, you know. And he had no plan or anything, and I guess he just like called his parents and told them like, I'm driving to California, like fuck it. I don't even think he brought any like belongings really. And his car broke down in like Arizona. I think he spent like almost the last of his money like getting the car fixed, or he might have bought like a new car off of somebody. He made it to California. He got a job like at my place of work, and then I think he met like a mentor somehow, like this guy that was like mentoring him.
I think I remember telling you this.
And the guy convinced him to become like a real estate agent, which like nothing too crazy there, you know. But things just kind of started like seeming a little bit more and more like unhinged, because I remember he was like started talking about like his diet and stuff. Like I think we both were kind of into like meditation and like just like fitness and stuff like that. Like, you know, the new like science is kind of coming out. And I remember he would talk about like his diet because he was vegan. And I was like, what do you eat, you know? And he was just like, I eat like a ton of like lentils and like nuts and fucking all this like stuff, you know? I was like, oh, that's cool, you know? And then he told me like way down the road, he's like, yeah, the reason that I'm like vegan and stuff is he's like, I believe that like when you eat stuff that's like from the earth, and if you meditate hard enough, that you can become like so in tune with your body that you can have like superpowers. And he was like I think you can almost like read people's minds and like levitate and like move shit, like, you know, like with your mind and stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit, you know? And he was like, his goal in life was to like become a real estate agent, and then he was going to use the money from that. Like he wanted to meet other people that thought that same way. Like you can basically be like superhuman with all these like practices. And he wanted to start like he wanted to be like a doctor basically.
Start the Avengers.
Of like, he wanted to be like a doctor of like this kind of shit, and have people that thought like him, and start like a medical practice of like teaching people how to become like super spiritual and also vegan, and then eventually have superpowers. And I remember this one thing where I started feeling bad was like, he was super into all that stuff, right? And he got like really into like spirituality, but more into the side of like witchcraft and stuff like that.
Oh shit.
And he's really into crystals, I think. But he started like seeing this lady. Like he would meet her online, and she was some kind of like guru or some shit. And she would be like, I can feel that there's like a tie, like you and your ex-girlfriend are still tied together. And she's like, we're gonna do this like ritual. It was like some crazy ass ritual that had to be on like a full moon and at like a certain time of the night. Some crazy ritual to like cut the tie, because she was like, I think that's holding you back in life, and da-da-da-da. And then he ended up buying like, this is where it gets fucked, because I think he already had like no money, and he ended up paying like $1,000 to this lady, and he bought a bunch of like candles and shit that were supposed to like do all this like witchcraft and like protection and like enhance his like success and shit. And I remember just feeling really bad because he spent like all his fucking money. I don't think it was all of it, but he spent a lot of money. And he was like, I'm hoping it works, you know? And I was just like, shit, you know?
I think I remember you. I swear.
I might have told you, but this was years ago.
And then I thought you told me like, oh, I kind of like was. I think you said you wanted a mentor or something like that when you told me about it.
I did.
I don't know. I think I'm mixing up something.
But yeah.
And you've never heard about him since?
I remember like I stopped working at that place, and I was talking to one of my friends that like still worked there, and her and him kind of had like a thing. And
Wait, can you tell me his name and I'll bleep it?
I don't even remember his name. Actually, I do, but you don't know who he is, so it's useless.
Oh, okay, never
You
mind.
don't know, like I promise.
Oh, okay.
And I barely worked with him. That's why. But I remember they were like, she gave him a chance. She thought he was really weird. Like, she would tell me how weird she thought he was and stuff. But then she gave him a chance, and then they were like, okay, let me try to think of this story because this is a long time ago, and I haven't thought about this in a long time. Fuck. Pretty sure they were eating in her car, and I think it was nighttime. Fuck, dude.
And it was full moon and he started howling?
Just give me. He started growing hair. Just give me a second. Just give me a second.
No worries. No pressure. There's no pressure. You can cut this out.
I'll try to figure it out as I go along. But they were sitting in her car, right? Because he was like broken. He didn't even have a car, I don't think, at the time. They were sitting in her car eating a meal. And I think they were somewhere that they like weren't supposed to be. So I don't remember if this is the part I don't remember. I don't know if it was the cops that pulled up, or if it was like her parents or the people whose house they were parked outside of. They were sitting outside in the car, though. And let's just say it's the cops. I'm pretty sure it was the cops. They came, and he starts, like, running. Like, he just gets out of the car and starts running away. Like, they pull over just to be like, what are you guys doing, you know? And he starts running away, and then they, like, it wasn't the cops, man. It had to be some parents or something.
Yeah.
It might have been her parents or some shit. But he started running away, and then I think he, like, crashed her car.
Wait, running away driving?
This is what happened. Okay,
there you
he
go.
was driving her car.
Oh, shit.
She would let him drive her car, and I don't know why, but I don't even think he had a license, but he would drive it, or like a valid license or something, and he crashed her car. He ended up hitting, not bad, like he barely bumped somebody's car, but like he hit someone's car, and I remember they came out, they like got out of the car, and they're like, I think they were a little upset, but they started walking to like talk about it, you know, and he gets out of the car and fucking runs away. Just runs away. And the people didn't chase him. And so she is just left there like, oh my God, like, I'm sorry. Like,
oh, she wasn't in the car?
she was in the car. She was passenger. He was driving her car and he hit someone. And they fucking pulled over and like, he just ran. Like, got out of the car and ran.
Okay, so he didn't drive away.
He ran away on foot.
Okay, yeah.
And then she's just stuck there, like, to deal with it, you know? And she was just like, fuck. And like, I think she had to describe it to her parents because she was pretty young. Like over 18, but like she was young, you know.
Do I know the girl?
No.
Okay.
I talked about her a little bit too, but it doesn't matter because you don't know who she is. But yeah, and her parents were like, what the fuck happened? And she was just like in this really awful situation. And then I think she cut him off because she was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, that's not okay. Like, what the hell? And then
A habit of running away, huh?
I think he somehow had like her car keys though. And then she would like, I think he would like come and like, he had a pair of her keys and he would come while she was at work and like take her car places. And she was just like, you can't fucking do that anymore. But he would kind of start like threatening her and shit, like about keeping her car and like all this stuff. So he's, you know, there's
He's all over the place.
definitely some mental health stuff going on there for sure.
Fuck. If the warning wasn't going cross country, huh?
And fucking spending like $1,000 on candles.
Man.
Yeah.
So did you ever get any update on that or anything like that?
No, I should ask her though. I haven't talked to her in a long time, but like
Should.
we're super cool, so I feel like she would tell me.
Yeah, tell her we talked about it on the pod and see what's going on.
Fuck. I know. I feel bad, but I don't think either of these people.
I mean, I think it's just like, I mean, she didn't do anything wrong. It's just like an awkward part of the past. You just get so scared that like when you get older, you're going to get stuck with like, or just have those interactions with someone weird.
I mean, it
like
happens,
it's not
you
gonna
know.
be quick. Like it's like
And it takes a minute. Like remember that one time I think we were walking downtown Turlock after we just ate, and there's like this lady.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, can you give me a ride to like this place? And you're like, sure. And then I think like 10 seconds later, we were like, oh fuck.
Because
Just
her
like-
stuff was like dragging.
She was like dragging like a bag with a hole in it on the bottom
It's
of
all
like
her
all
shit
her
was getting roughed,
clothes
and I
and
was like,
stuff.
and then she threw it in the back of my car.
Which like I'm not trying to shame these like, you know, people who are kind of like down and out, but like I think we didn't realize like, ah, fuck.
But she wasn't nice, so that's why I don't care.
Yeah.
She
Oh, yeah, she was mean.
she
She was fucking mean.
I was giving her a favor and she fucking.
Yeah, we're driving her.
But I mean, when someone's like out of it like that, it's like I guess it's.
Yeah, it's to be expected. I'm sure she's having some kind of like episode.
She
you
was
know?
like, "And you're playing the shitty music."
Yeah,
I was
that was
like,
the biggest
shitty
thing. She's
music.
like, what the fuck is this music? You're playing shitty ass music. And you're like,
I think
I don't even know who it
I
was.
think I like stand my ground. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think it's shitty.
Yeah, you did. You were like,
But I was
"It's not
hella scared
shitty."
because she was behind you, so I thought if anything she'd
A
kill
knife
you.
or something.
Huh? Yeah, I thought she'd like
Yeah.
But it would. I mean, I don't know. Like as you get older, like, and as a parent and stuff like that, like you're gonna have these weird confrontations with like weird people, and you're
Yeah.
gonna have to like stand your ground.
It's hard because it's like I feel like the best option is it's like we were talking about last week with the fucking people that constantly try to hit on my girlfriend. It's like I'm sure the best choice is always like just not being confrontational. It's like
But I'm saying there's times where you're gonna have to be, and that's gonna be
like
weird.
when someone starts pressing you.
Yeah, if someone's just like let's just say there's this sketch guy at like a gas station and he wants some money and then you say no and he's like pressing you and stuff like that. And you just got to be like, fuck, like it's so awkward and I'm sure you don't want to deal with it, but you have to be like, hey, like back off or something,
I think the older I get, the more like comfortable I am
doing that stuff.
being a little bit more like confrontational, just saying how I feel and shit. Anyways, should we cut it there? Let me scroll through my topics real quick.
I thought I had
feel
one.
like I had a lot more shit to say.
I walked Taylor's cat on a stroller.
No.
A couple weeks ago.
In a stroller?
Yeah. What do you think of that?
That's crazy.
Rough.
Right? I think it's crazy to even walk a cat like on a leash. Yeah, it's kind of a new low, to be honest.
She's only like the cat's only like a room cat. Like it's not even a house.
Oh,
cat.
it stays inside.
It stays inside the room.
Was it like a covered stroller, like it couldn't get out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How was it?
Embarrassing.
Why?
Because I'm fucking strolling a cat here.
Was that embarrassing though?
Well, I was just like, I'd rather this cat be on a leash. I'd rather walk a leash.
I think
cat.
the leash is okay. The stroller is definitely worse.
The strollers
actually.
is like me and my mom used to make fun of so many people who'd have like strollered cats or strollered animals
my mom
and like
does the
animals
same
with
thing. She's like,
clothing.
oh my god.
No
Stupid.
offense, Lindsay.
Yeah,
But,
no
like,
offense.
It's just like
Yeah.
because we don't like humanize the animals like that much,
Yeah.
And it's just like having like a 10-year-old on a stroller, and you're like, come on,
Yeah.
a little judgy side of us, eh?
Absolutely.
But I guess what she said, which I think is just BS.
I think I would judge that way more, like a kid, a human, in
Yeah.
a stroller.
I think she was saying because like she doesn't know about like the pesticides in grass and stuff like that.
No.
I'm like, dude, it's a cat. It'll fucking survive,
Well, like fuck, we're exposed.
And then she's like, what about stray cats? Like they might come and like get him. And I'm like, he's on a leash. She's on a leash. Like we could just.
I remember when Lindsay
Forever.
got like her puppy, she wouldn't let it outside until it had like all of these shots. I
Which
think
makes
it's for
sense.
something called
Parvo fish.
parvo,
Yeah.
which I never fucking in my life heard about.
Really?
You've heard of it?
I've heard of it. I don't know what it is, but I know it's like a disease or
We
something.
should talk about it a lot. And I guess they can get it from like grass or just being in nature. And it could kill them. And I guess they actually had a dog that died from it, like because they let it out too soon and it died. But I remember at first, before she explained that to me, I was already kind of being judgy because I was just like, it's a fucking dog.
I think
you
like
know?
anything where like an animal can't be treated like a little bit like an animal, like it's just so funny to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when
Absolutely.
like their parents like have this dog named Sadie.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that dog like lives like hella luxuriously,
Really?
Like he's like she has like her own little bed, which is kind of normal, but it's just like the way they treat her. Like she can't be alone, like
Yumi.
and like she has like attachment issues. So when her dad, quote unquote,
Yeah.
Taylor's dad, like when her dad leaves, like she's just by the door, like by the window waiting and like just depressed and like, like they just care for her and they give her like good ass meats and stuff like that. And
Damn.
dude, like
I think when it starts being treated better than a human, it's like, okay, like relax,
right,
here,
But I just never had a dog, so I don't know. Maybe I think I'd get attached to it, but I think I'd like. Same with like kids. Like there's like a line where it's like you treat like a kid, but you don't
You want to
treat
give
it
them
like,
better than you gave yourself.
Yeah, but I'm saying like there's a difference between like treating a kid like he's a kid and like like he matters and stuff and like play with them, but then like you give him like this crazy authorization and you're like, okay, bro, like he's still your kid. Like you could still put him in timeout,
What do you mean authorization? Like you allow him to just talk shit to you?
Yeah, and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Same with like the
No.
dogs. It's like a dog, like yeah, you could love him and you could care for him and give him names and do all this stuff, but like not lick in your mouth, don't fucking touch me. Like God, I hate when people let their dogs lick
Eating
their
ice cream
mouths
off
or
the
something.
same spoon?
Yeah, like what the fuck are you doing? That is a fucking dog, a mutt,
Yeah.
a goddamn fucking beast.
Yeah. When people kiss their dogs, I'm like, that is so gross.
Right?
Like they let them like tongue kiss them. I'm
Right.
like, Jesus
And then you see
Christ.
them, they're like,
It's awful.
just kidding.
Like that's so gross.
But yeah, that. But I'm like better than my mom because my mom hates like anything like that. She doesn't like dogs really in general or stuff like that. But she like hates when they're like on the bed or on the couch. Doesn't like when they feed them like human food or anything.
Do you think you'll ever get a pet?
I don't know. I get scared, man.
Like by your choice, would you ever get one? You know,
I don't know. It's just the lifespan for me. You know,
like it's gonna die. And it's gonna
like
be
it's
sad.
too long, but it's too short. Like it's too long because I'm like Jesus, I can't just buy it and then it's a phase.
Yeah.
And then like 2 years later, I'm like I don't really want to deal with this.
I feel like I remember hearing someone say like buying a dog is like it should be a selfish decision because you're stuck with that dog for like at least 10 years.
What do you mean a selfish decision? What's
it should be selfish like if there's a fucking dog when you're shopping for a dog and it's like really annoying and barks all the time, like don't fucking get that dog.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna have to deal with that, you know? Like this is like something you're gonna be stuck with, you know? I totally agree with that. But I just don't like it. I always had pets growing up, but I don't want any because I'm just like I don't responsibility. Yeah, I don't have to worry about like another thing. And like when you travel, dude, like
that's a bitch.
Cat is okay, I think, because if you just give it a shitload of food and like it'll be fine for like a week probably, you know. Maybe have somebody check on it once, but like dogs, like fuck, you know. One of my coworkers was like talking about that because she has like her own place with her husband and stuff, and she was just like. It sucks having like a dog because we want to travel like long term, but you have to find someone to like watch the dog like every day. It's like fuck.
That's the shit too. Like
it's awful.
I think even them, they're like they want to travel, but they can't leave that dog alone, Sadie, so they don't.
That's awful.
And I'm like, fuck that.
Your life experience is gone.
Yeah, you know,
because of a fucking
dog, a mutt.
A mutt.
You know what I was thinking? I was talking to Taylor. Solely side note, and not serious, but just a hypothetical. If we were to move out. But not to San Diego, but it's like somewhere here. Would we get an animal?
That's what I was gonna ask you next.
Because I've been fucking with the snake.
I think if I did, it'd be something like a snake.
Because
something that could just fucking fuck
but
off.
I don't think a snake could last that long by itself either.
I think they actually are pretty like you gotta be really careful with them or else they'll fucking die.
Yeah, I'm like parvo.
Like the same coworker I was just talking about, parvo has like she's had
they have
reptiles.
like infections and stuff like that. They get like diseases.
And they die pretty easy, you know. So
have you seen those TikToks? I think I talked about it last time with the hamster.
No.
They're like when hamsters like do anything, and then they're just it's
literally
just
anything. Like,
yeah, it's like it's too hot in here. Sorry, I'm just gonna.
Dude, they do. They die hella easy. We had a guinea pig growing up and it fucking died.
God, it's such a sad little sight.
I know.
Sad sight
Dude,
to see.
that was traumatic. Honestly, it was traumatic. I remember her name was Ginger, and she was dying. Like we knew she was dying. Me and my sisters, and we were like all crying hysterically.
How'd you know she was dying?
We were like she's dying. I don't know. I think she was panting and like just not looking good, you know. And my dad was home. He was on his recliner watching TV in like the next room. And we were telling him like crying, like Dad, like Ginger's dying, and he didn't give a fuck.
And then he died, and then what happened?
Died. Then my mom fucking ripped him a new one and was like, okay, the guinea pig was dying and the kids were telling you and you didn't do anything about it? Like you're just sitting here watching TV?
Yeah.
And he got in trouble.
Oh,
I remember being so sad, man. Really sad.
I remember one time you were saying on the pod that your mom ripped your dad a new one, and I can't remember why.
She was always ripping him a new one, man. She just wore the pants of the relationship. Absolutely.
I'd love to see it as an adult.
He was just so passive because like she just controlled everything.
Yeah.
Like it was always her say.
But I forgot what he did. He did something bad, and it was funny though. But it was bad. Like
I remember our cat died almost in a similar situation. Like our cat Bubbles, dude. R.I.P. I love that cat. But we just noticed he was like laying on the floor in the garage. Like
I think that was
like
it.
he was just.
But like your dad never noticed or something?
Like he was never just laying there like that. He would always be out and about like hunting shit or something, you know? And we could just tell that he was like not moving a lot, you know? He was alive, but like just sitting there, laying there. Mm-hmm. And we all kind of knew, but we all didn't really think to like tell my mom. And I think she was working hell at the time or working nights or something.
Yeah, I think you talked about this.
Yeah, and we never told, or we ended up telling her, but it was like too late. Or no, she found him. Like he was on the neighbor's lawn just laying there. She's like, that's unusual for him to not like run over to me, you know? And then she was like, oh my God, something's wrong. And she took him to the vet. And then we're all like, yeah, we knew. Or like, you know, we saw he was like kind of lazy.
Even your dad, huh?
Yeah. And then she got pissed at my dad and was like, what the fuck?
I
Like,
think I remember that. Yeah.
why didn't you fucking tell me? Or why didn't you take him to the vet? Like, come on. Yeah.
Did he die? Did he die because of old age or just something else stupid?
No, I guess cats, male cats specifically, it's really common for them to get urinary tract infections. But the urethra on a cat is like very narrow. So it doesn't take a lot for it to like clog up. And his urinary tract was so infected that it was like no pee could come out. So he died of like being poisoned by his own urine.
So if you guys would have went earlier, he would have survived.
Probably.
How old was he?
Maybe like 6.
Is that like twice his lifespan? To live?
Dude, I was really sad about that.
Yeah.
And I remember my friend was there and I got the news and I was crying in front of him, like 13 years old.
It's Anthony, right?
Yeah. And I remember I was like, fuck, I gotta go pee. And he was like, so did Bubbles.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck you.
What was your way of reacting to when you were really sad as a kid? And your thought process. Like, it wasn't, I don't think it was like suicide, right? Like, so like, what would it be? Like, you're like so sad, all these new feelings.
It depends what age, but I think like the times I can remember,
Fuck.
I would try to
I was gonna bring a
cry.
banh mi sandwich that I bought and I forgot.
Fuck.
Sorry.
We're gonna go back to your place after, right?
Oh yeah.
I remember, I think I would try to cry, but I think at that age that I'm thinking of, which was like teenage years, it would be hard to. But I would try to cry, and that would feel good. And I remember a lot of the time, I would just go sit in my room alone, and I would listen to sad music on purpose, just because it made me feel more sad, and like I just wanted to sulk in it. That, or I would like go on a bike ride, or I would go skate. Like it was one of those options, but always alone. I'd definitely seclude myself a lot. Yeah. Wasn't there a video recently that you said you want to talk about on the pod of you in a parking lot looking like you're about to jump?
Oh,
like what is
how
that?
did you remember that?
Because I put it in my notes because one day I was like thinking about it and I was like, what was he going to talk about?
Hold
And
on,
I wanted to remind
do
you.
I have it? I think I do. I think I was on the. Did okay? So it.
What happened?
It's just funny. So me and Chris, like, talked about our age and developing and getting a little fatter and stuff. And like these last couple of years, the age awareness has gone through the roof.
Yeah.
I used to think I was a young old chap. The world wouldn't touch me. I'm still fucking a healthy steed.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
What is that?
Trusty steed.
Sure. And I kind of, it's like one of those old heads, they kind of run and they try to sprint and they like tear their hamstring. You're like, fuck, like you're old, right?
Bro, did you know Kevin Hart tore
Yeah,
his
I saw-
adductors?
Trying to sprint.
Trying to sprint, I think do a 40.
And he's
in a wheelchair. Because he tore all of his muscles.
He's
for it.
shredded and like
Yeah.
healthy. But he's like, dude, you're just older. Like you can't just sprint on off a limb.
I think it's if you don't do it
Yeah, sure.
normally, you can't just try to do 100%.
But he's healthy,
Yeah.
Like he's still.
I'm sure he doesn't
runs.
sprint often,
Yeah, but he does. I think a lot of explosive movements. I feel like
Mm.
with like working out. I'm
Yeah.
sure. But those personal trainers they got you on some crazy shit.
Well, yeah, you're famous too.
Anyway, so when Izzy got her new motorcycle, me and Taylor were just outside fucking around because we're just waiting for her and like we're looking at her and stuff. And I was like, "Oh, watch me like jump this gap." And it's like the parking lot gap. Like it's just a parking lot
It's like
space.
a sidewalk, a parking
Yeah.
space, and another sidewalk, right?
It's like watch me jump this gap. And just look at this. It's just
I already know what it's gonna look like.
Just look at
You're gonna make it like halfway through and just be like, oh. Wait, I need volume. I need volume. I need volume.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'll put one on mic.
We're doing a one mic.
Dude, I thought I was doing something. Dude, I was trying for the life of me. I look like a fucking penguin. Look at it.
Like a penguin. What did she say?
I don't know. Look at that. You tried doing it on one leg instead of two. I was like, okay, bet. What is that? I'm not even going off the floor. I was getting so frustrated. Like, I'm not even going that.
I didn't know the video kept going.
Dude, I'm not even going that far. What is this?
Dude, you barely cleared half of that thing.
Why does it feel like I'm going to fall? Dude, I'm trying hard.
shit I've ever seen. Oh my god.
What is that? I can't jump. I can't jump. Bro, I had a running start. I just tried it.
You're close. I'm crying.
Oh, that first
I'm
one
crying
is
actual
crazy. Look
tears.
at this.
Oh. That's exactly how I thought I'd look.
Dude.
Like you're still jumping, but you just straighten your legs because you know you're not gonna make.
Trying so hard.
Oh
in my
my
defense,
god!
I was in Crocs. That's my
It
only
looks like
defense.
if an obese person tried that.
Dude, I wasn't
It's
getting
the
off
same
the floor, bro. I was trying so
I know.
hard.
Yeah, to your defense, maybe you have some Crocs on, but that's only getting you a couple inches.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
there's
not
no
giving
way.
that form, you know?
Do you think we ever could have done that though? A whole parking space with no run up?
But I think it would have looked
You would have
be-
gotten closer.
It would look better.
Yeah, it would have looked
though.
cool.
Because this is
Like
just,
you would have landed really close and then fell backwards.
Yeah, I feel like I'm
You
looking
know?
like I'm like gonna hurt myself. Like I'm literally like,
Fuck.
like I look 40, dude. I can't. I'm 23, man.
Watch me jump this. Oh my
gosh,
god, that's so good.
Good
Holy
stuff for
shit.
bringing that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
I was
embarrassing.
wondering.
I was looking at the video and I was like, because I thought it was bad because I feel it. Like I know it's bad. But then she took a video and I was like,
No wonder she's laughing so hard.
dude, it was so good.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
Okay.
All right, let's just look at it
All
again. One
right.
of the second video where I just keep going. All right,
Ah.
I'm actually like upset too. Like I'm really trying.
The noise. That one was really pathetic. This is the worst one.
Dude, I'm crying. We gotta try when we go over there. We're
You
gonna,
think
I'm
a
gonna
kid,
record
like
you.
a 50-year-old.
Okay, I'm gonna record you when we go to my
Oh
house
my
right now. You think you're gonna do better than
God.
me?
Yeah,
Okay,
for sure.
let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, let's call it.
All right.
Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for the subs, dude. We're 976
Or yeah, something like that.
Let's take a
No,
look.
76, I think. It's like every week it's correlating with the pod. So like this is 97 and it's 970.
Yeah.
Last week it was 96 and it was 960. It's
I know,
like,
because I remember thinking, I was like, there's
in
no
that
way it's gonna get to
range.
970.
I think we lost one, but we got
Yeah,
975.
But yeah, if you guys are watching, subscribe, please. We're almost at 1,000. We're trying to see what's gonna be first, the chicken or the hare. What am I doing?
I don't know,
The
man.
chicken or the egg, man.
No idea what we're gonna do for 100, but
God
we're gonna
knows.
try to do something special.
Try. Keyword try.
All I can think is strippers every time,
Yeah.
but you can't even put that on YouTube really, unless we interviewed them
Ooh,
instead
kinda
of just
cool.
having them.
We had to like have like a crazy ass guest.
Something,
too.
right?
Probably, I don't know. Like Obama.
Yeah,
All right.
Shalita.
Shalita, but he's handcuffed.
The gag wall. What's going on?
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
But I thought I accidentally just selected it right now, but I think you did.
What?
The talk is all trash, but it's all about the bare feet. Did you just like that?
I think I must have.
I just liked it. Sorry.
That's all right.
All right, guys. Yeah. Subscribe, please. Keep an eye out. We might have an interesting video coming in a couple weeks if everything lines out.
Vlog?
Video.
Oh, pod?
That one.
Yeah,
Gotta figure that out
for sure.
soon.
We'll see.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Peace.
See you next time. Peace. Nice.
You are